Well, opening another... Oh, hey, look, 300,000 pet stones. And I wish I could get a nice summary of all of this, but... It's fine. There we go. Okay. Only 2x. 4x on battle and creation, but only 2x on those. Well, that's how it is. Anyway, this is what we're after. Finally, we have all of them. Finally. I have them all. Alright. Doesn't it seem like you should be a rogue? Problem is, somebody's already a rogue. She should have been the mage. Oh well, whatever. You want to be a wizard? I'm happy to make you a wizard, I guess. You'll never be as good a wizard as my dragon, you know. Huh? Ba-da-da-da! There's something coming out of the back of your head now. Your growth is kind of low. Growth is kind of low. Alright. Wind equipment? Here, I need to see what you do. Alright. Sylph is now complete. When the generator is now strong enough to almost... Oops. Okay, they can summon tornadoes on their own mercurial winds, which changes often as the air they embody. What's your special power? Everybody has a special power. Gnome gets that. Salamander gets that healing. What do you get? What do you do? What's special about you? It doesn't say. Okay. All enemies in non-boss rooms suffer a shit ton of damage, right? Okay. It surrounds and can absorb so much damage based on the earth element, right? Okay. Your fire element increases your healing. Nothing. Nothing is said. What do you do? Tell me! I'm just going to have to throw it on an adventure and see what it does. I guess. Maybe I should run it through the growth chamber. You'll have to get in line. We've got other things that have to do that first. Here, I don't have very much. Bop! There you go. You're level 8 now. You need the regular level still. Yuck. I'll probably end up putting wind equipment on it once I figure out what it does with its wind. But it's never going to be very good. It's going to max out its effective speed as far as battle matters. Getting 3 actions. So most of it is going to be wasted. And then it really depends on what this thing can do as to whether or not I have any use for it at all. I mean, I'll find a use for it no matter what, but I mean, there's no way it's ever going to compete with the dragon. because the dragon is able to use fire equipment. Even if I steal Graham away and just give it a fire sword, it's still going to be hitting just... I mean, it's getting 3 actions already without anything boosting its agility at all. And it's hitting 6 times for absolutely absurd damage. Yeah. Everything just lines up with a fire mage being the best mage. I kind of feel like the game would have been better if none of your pets had recommended classes built into them. Like the chicken wants to be an assassin, and the bee wants to be an alchemist. I think it would have been better. Like, there could still be a couple of pets, like the bottle wanting to be an alchemist. Okay, yeah. Like a few pets specifically, but if almost all the pets had just been open to be, yeah, just do whatever class you want, I think that there'd be a lot more strategy and creativity in the team building. It could be like, yeah, any fire pet could be turned into a fire mage. Or you could create a pet that's a different element of mage. As Volcano gains some more levels, I'm gonna probably make it get fire gear as well. It's thing is, it's so low level, but assuming that it had time to build up, assuming that it had the right gear and time to build up, this thing could actually surpass my dragon. I don't think his bonus is enough. Maybe not anytime soon. Alright, are you finally ready? Finally. Yes. Well, this isn't very good. I can buy this many. That'll keep it busy for a while. And there's no reason to ever spend any fish power on anything else, because I have it all now. Alright, well, I've thrown away 3 perfectly good pets to spend forever fishing, and that's going to do something someday, I hope. Boost the growth of all your pets gained from food. The bonus from fish power is such and such and will decrease linearly. So it makes you want to rebirth often. So this bonus is against sewashing, or runs that take multiple days to complete. But why? Why decrease linearly? Anyway, theoretically, this is making me better, I guess. But once you get a certain amount of fish power, it really won't matter anymore, and you can just turn the pond off, I guess. Let me see. You're all gaining 5,000 experience an hour, which is really not much. Like, that's really nothing. I'm getting 32,000 per hour here. No. Oh, maybe I'll just wait till my fish power reaches a good number. Maybe when I get it back up to, around 3 million or whatever. Maybe I'll just turn this off and reclaim my pets for other projects. I don't really need any of these to do anything else, though. Maybe I'll just leave them here. Maybe. I don't know. I am undecided. Alright. You have enough divinity, you can just go crazy. Not quite. I want these all over 1,000. But let's take a moment. I'm pretty sure the instability with my numbers, you know what I'm talking about, I've showed it before, where it's jumping back and forth. I'm pretty sure that comes from the bonus that I got from the expensive challenge. The expensive challenge one. I'll let you do this for a little bit. Okay. And then just a smidge of this. Okay, that's enough of that. I don't want you biting into all of my resources here. Now that'll be fine. And then we go here. Oh, hey, look. Yeah, that, where it's jumping back and forth. The numbers are increasing and decreasing. I'm pretty sure that's connected to the expensive challenges bonus. Hopefully that gets fixed. Hopefully. Well, even at 8 hours, we wouldn't be positive yet. A 12-hour run is probably still good enough. Alright. There, as you were. As you were. I'll get all of these to 1,000, and then we'll get serious. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Then we'll get serious about building up this. I should be able to bring this up to like 500 and this up to 1,500, no prob. Yeah. Of course, the crystals will be a little bit better. Of course, I'll knock those out. Not that they help me much, but hey, they're a thing and I can do it. Eventually, some of my other pets are going to get in here. The thing is, these pets are just so high level. The mouse is the most likely to get replaced, but with what? But with what? With what would I replace it? None of these other pets really, yeah, I mean, the new pets are just too low level. What else is there to say? So I finally looked the Balrog up today. I finally just looked it up, and you know what it said? It said that, and this completely caught me off guard, if I run the volcano to fight the evolved Balrog over and over again, the injuries to the Balrog remain in play, so that I just need to keep running it and attacking the Balrog to kill it. Ah, I see. Is that I was supposed to bring magic ore and magic fire rocks to weaken it? I thought it was shining stones, but I don't know. I'm baffling. Okay, I don't know how I missed what... Did it stop flickering? It stopped flickering. It's so weird. Oh, wait, because did I haven't unleashed Might yet, by the way. Anyway, where was I? Right, anyway, and then only the first Balrog is tough. Future Balrogs are, like, way weaker. So it's like, oh! So I'm going to probably get the Balrog to evolve. I kept looking at the fight and giving up on it because I wasn't even coming close. I didn't even notice that its hit points, that the damage was permanent. I don't know. It's all weird, but fine. I'll give it another go and see if I can get the kill with the Balrog and evolve that. Yeah, I had no idea. Uh, so we're gonna do the Balrog. Do I have any other pets who need evolving? Well, we've got the Balrog. We're already working on the seed. Even now. You. I don't know, man. 999? You know how much dedication it would take to 1 hour and 12-minute long newbie ground runs? Even assuming I could win them all and get all the coins, I'd have to dedicate my best team. And I would have to tediously run these over and over and over. It's already a pain in the ass to do that for the Aether. And that was only 25 times. That's assuming I could even win. Yeah, I'm... Bah! I'm sure you're a great pet because you can confuse the enemy. And this thing... Yeah, what more is there to say? This thing. He's already growing as fast as he can grow. That's a lot of headstones. It's good to have those again. I really don't know. I keep looking at the fact that I have all of this food now. And it's just... It bothers me! What am I supposed to do with it? It bugs me. It really shouldn't bother me, but it bothers me. It's a resource that I have accumulated that I have no use for. None. No use at all. Alright, anyway. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk. Bonk! Oh, come on! Alright, so within 8 hours, I can get myself a 35X. Not very impressive. Not very impressive, but it's fine. It'll get better when I build these. And 4 hours from now, I'll be able to bonk, hopefully, a few more of those. I'll have these up to 1,000. That'll make a difference, right? I hope. Oh, right. Now is the time to start thinking about you. It's not much, but we are reaching the point where we're going to need every edge. Wonder if I shouldn't have run a couple more 3-hour runs earlier in this. I'm only tying my previous record, and I'm already 3 days in. I've got 4 days to push deeper. I'd love to get all the way up to 150-ish. You know, because that's a whole thing. I'd like to get as close as I can to that. I'm probably gonna, after I finish this, I'm probably gonna end up running some slow normal challenges. Specifically, see, this reward seems a little bit bugged. I'll wait until there's a patch to mess with that more. Or maybe I won't, who knows? Anyway, I'm probably gonna run some of these. Try to do longer challenges. Specifically so that I can, push the P-balls up and get this thing evolved. I mean, the reward is good, it's just super slow. But it's the perfect candidate. It's the perfect candidate. But it's so slow. Slow. This one actually gets in the way of climbing. This one actually gets in the way of climbing. Until you complete it, and then you have to start doing your whole black hole thing. I think the Max Crystal Challenge is the correct pick for climbing. It's not like you can speed this up anymore. It's not like, in a couple of weeks of more gameplay I'll be able to complete this challenge faster. No, this challenge is always going to be slow. So you might as well do it. Might as well just do it. Anyway. I got Sylph. It still wants to dance in the multiplier campaign, but why? Why? Does its bonus come from continuing to run campaigns? Do I need to spend another 6 months running campaigns to appease it to build up its power before dungeoning? Why do you want to dance in a multiplier campaign? Why? You strange mercurial being. I always found mercurial to be a weird word. Oh well. I'm sure Doc Ock here is good for something. We'll just have to figure out what it is. I have a feeling he's going to do random shit. I have a feeling I'm going to put him in battle and discover that every turn he just does some random thing. He's just going to add chaos to my dungeoning experiences. I've been using this team to hammer into these, but I'm likely to swap out a couple of the higher level pets, wedge the Taco back in, and maybe even our new Wind Mage in, and then just try to gain as much XP as I can on them. And because yeah, I mean, look at this. Class level 67, regular level 254. 17 and 70, even weaker. Yeah, these two need a ton of levels. So does the Taco, if I'm going to use the Taco. I'm still a little bit on the fence as to whether or not I should be using the Taco or just put it back to work. I always like more crafters, and it's not like I don't have he could be making nothings that I can turn into chocolate. But also I have perfectly good pets that I'm not even using right now. I've got a mage, I've got a support, I've also got a defender, I think. Anyway, I've got pets that I could be using that I'm not. And the Taco could be continuing to craft shit while I have one of those pets doing their job. So it's a little bit like, do I really want this thing? But anyway, assuming that Sylph is actually good, I could put the Taco and Sylph on this team. Keep the defender, keep the dragon, and then I could just have them hunt mimics or something. Whatever I can do to get them the maximum amount of XP. It might... I mean, the Infinite Neutral Tower is a pretty great place to gain XP, considering I can punch at 49, but we're actually kind of running out of feathers. But more importantly, if I swap out a couple of these for low-level pets, then we wouldn't be able to run floor 49. Or maybe we could? No, probably not. Or maybe... No, probably not. Anyway, yeah, Wise Talismans, Mimics, probably the way to go. Probably. And so long as I keep Fafnir and this here, we could probably run the volcano. No, we need a blacksmith for that. I could shift the book in place of the elephant. It's not as good as the elephant, but it would qualify as every class, thus qualifying as a blacksmith and everything else. So, I don't know. I might rejigger my teams to make a team just trying to maximize their XP to power level these lower level pets, is what I'm saying. Once I finish up what I'm doing with these robes, which, shit, I mean, I'm 3 minutes away. Let me talk about the last one I got. I got a B and an A. Doggone stupid pieces of crap, right? Ugh. You know, I was thinking, because I don't want the bottle to finish in time, there actually is a way I could double the speed of which I craft these. Sort of. With cheatery! So, I'm doing it the slow, stupid way. I've already thrown out like 4 or 5 robes. I'm actually losing in this gambling. It's hurting me. But if you want to cheat, there is a way, you know. So what you'd have to do is, I originally didn't play this game on Steam. I forget what website I was playing the game on originally. But I remember I used to run 2 parallel versions when I did. I recorded it. Remember, it was the first time I did the Ultimate Arty Challenge. I made 2 parallel files, one doing the Ultimate Arty Challenge and one just playing the game regularly, and did a compare and contrast. Well, you could do that with crafting. You could craft robes of economy, or I suppose anything. You could craft anything. And just keep rolling the dice on one save file and overwriting it every time it fails to give you what you want, and thereby save yourself all of the unnecessary expenditure of sky stones, in theory, assuming that the game doesn't use maybe you'd have to craft a different piece of armor in between each attempt or something. I don't know how their random works in this game. I don't know when it uses, how it defines what you're going to get. But anyway, you could also just run both of them at once and pick the one that you want, in theory. Just both versions crafting a robe of economy simultaneously, and then take the better robe. In theory. As I said, it's always possible that Ryu built in a countermeasure to this of some sort. It's always possible, but hey, if you wanna catch up, if you're one of the newer players and you're looking for ways to catch up and want every edge, hey, there you go. There's an edge you can get. It would have already saved me like what? 50 sky stones at this point. I had to go for gambling. I couldn't just accept that first tier A and upgrade it. No, I had to roll the dice over and over. And now I'm regretting it. Please, give me a rank S. I've already paid more than enough for it. Time and sky stones and other resources too. Oh, there it is. Okay. Thank you. Oh, that would be the rest of them. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. On the other hand, eventually the upgrades are going to start costing me sky stone. Let's go for the upgrades. And then I need to enchant you. Oh. Total times until auto value 9 days, 17 hours. What are you talking about? Apparently, the upgrades get really slow. Oh, really? 10. Only 2 days. 5. 16 hours. I don't want to spend too long on this thing, but I guess I have to. This is the fastest smith I've got, and we haven't even gotten to the enchantings. Crap. 9 days to get it to plus 20? 9? And that's not even talking about the enchantments? 9? Hold on a second. I gotta ask. Do I even have a wind element? Oh, I do, the bee. It would actually be faster just to use that. Oh, whatever. Let's just look. Enchant. Actually, it might not be wind. I might want it might have been you want a fire element to enchant this. Whatever. Just give me an idea. 8 days. I see. Is that how it is? I don't know what the resources are going to be at the higher levels still either. Okay. Alright. So there's also a reforge. It really comes to a question of what the resources it requires are, but let's assume if I could max this out, it'd be about 3 weeks of work, maybe. How long does it take to make it triple S? I don't know. I didn't check. But let's use that as a working value. Well, I guess I'm going to bring you all the way to 2010. And then you can have some time crafting and gain some craft XP with your newfound growth backing you. You'll be great! Because this is going to be a while. This is going to be a while. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, I'm super stoked that I didn't just get an S. I got an SS. Now I just need more Skystone. Although we can actually use it to help make the Skystone. And then that brings us to the next thing we're going to make. Now, I don't get to roll over and over again on the hammer. Because well, actually, I suppose I could. I've got enough magic hammers lying around. I do have a lot of magic hammers. I'm going to need a little bit of mithril. Doggone stupid mithril again. Really? Again? Anyway, I'm going to want some mithril. Man, upgrading this thing's going to be a pain. Anyway, our next project is going to be a pain in the butt. Okay, fine, whatever. Why am I worried about the next project? We're not even done with the Robe of Economy yet. But I'll be able to just make mithril and other things, so we're good. We're good. We're good. So I did a few different things. Firstly, I turned my donut. I spent one of my class change tokens. I've only got one left now. To turn my donut into an adventurer. His time spent fighting in dungeons is now over. And henceforth, this thing here is going to spend its days doing food campaigns to help grow my little dino pal. As I reorganize the teams, for the moment, what I'm going with is this is going to be running the volcano. I tried to figure out the fastest way to gain XP, and with the lava-filled corridors, this seemed like the right way. I really, really wish I could have fit the taco in, but I need a blacksmith. So I put this in as a defender, because I'm using mages for my damage, so I don't need a blacksmith, but I could use a blacksmith. It would be nice. It's optional. Then, yeah, I mean, I'd like to stick the taco in, I really would, but I think I need an actual defender that's good at their job. This should be okay. I should be gaining Phoenix Feathers. I think I have everything I need. No Rebirth Bacon, but that's fine. This is not going to come up for a while. And I stuck nothings in, so... Seems like a good team to me. The drawback is I need wood the most. And yet now that I took the book away, I no longer have 2 assassins, which is troublesome. I also still don't have Fafnir in. They do have the elephant, and the elephant is extremely good. And they ended up with a fairy. The fairy is pretty good. But, I mean, I'm running 2 defenders. It's not a good composition. I could slip in a water mage, actually. For more DPS, I could put Rudolph in the front, put the water mage in, and take the turtle out. I could definitely do that. You should be using bursting knives. My equipment needs a little rearranging and fixing generally, but yeah, I don't know. I can't run simulations of the regular dungeons. I mean, I could also add in another assassin. I could steal the assassin from over here. That might have some negative impact. It's not a very good assassin. I don't know. I don't know even what I'm doing right now. Looks like... Here. If I flick auto, I know I'll forget to turn it off. I'm just gonna guzzle a ridiculous amount of this stuff. Is that good enough? There. 4 days worth. Alright, I don't have to think about this again. I mean, it'd probably take a very, very long time for me to run out, even if I automated it. But I just... It's better not to turn those things on. It's better not to risk screwing up and wasting a ton. You might have noticed, I have a hard time spending my resources. I'm always wanting to hoard. And it really bugs me to have resources that I don't have a use for, though, at the same time, which is... I don't know. That's annoying. Alright, so... I'll just have to see how this turns out. I'll have to keep an eye on things. Yeah, they're going to be running that for a bit. You guys continue here. Hold that thought. Wow. Okay. Okay. Maybe I can still do this. Alright. If I steal away the penguin for the turtle. This team wouldn't have a lot of oomph in it, but alright, I'm gonna push you guys into the forest. I'm not 100% confident here, but whatever. Give it your best shot. Hopefully they'll gain some XP and stuff. I should probably equip all these guys with nothings. Oh shit, you're missing something. I just took something from, yeah, the turtle. Although you aren't without other options. A blacksmith and nothing for it to actually impact? That doesn't seem very good. I'll give you this. Alright, there you go. What am I going to do with this team? I don't know. What can you guys even do? You can do floor 10. No surprise, floor 20 kicks your ass. Let's try 16. No. Let's try 13. 13 seems stable enough. Alright. We'll go up one more. 14. 14 uses Phoenix Feathers, but seems stable. Alright, then you're gonna run this. Alright? Alright, there you go. 600, I gotta sort out a lot of things. Whatever, we're good for the moment. The big thing is I want you guys to gain as much XP as possible. The other option was the water... the water temple with its hidden libraries. Well, it's the other direction I could have taken them. Yeah, I just want you guys to train. Let's see. Lumberjacks. Yes, about that. I want you guys to level that taco up, please. Oh shit, I gotta change one more thing. I think you need all of these things, really. Maybe you can get away with the elixirs. Being swapped. No Phoenix Feather or elixir? Are you really gonna do this? Bold. Unwise. Okay, is that everything? Alright, I think that's everything. Okay then. And that leaves us with a fox. Oh, there we go. Always keep spares. Okay, I'm gonna have you forge. You'll gain XP faster this way once again. Very good, very good. Alright. And I think we'll be okay. I just hope this works and that everything doesn't explode in my face. I'll probably end up turning some of the difficulties down. Like maybe in the forest, I don't know. If these guys level up a whole bunch, maybe I'll send a Balrog with them and they can try their luck on this. Probably a bad idea. I probably shouldn't do that. Alright. Oh shit. Growth campaigns. No, not you! No! No, 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 no. You there. You hate growth campaigns. For no particular reason. You have a burning hatred of them. Okay, thank you. Almost there. Ha. That's right. You're actually good at this kind of thing. So, totals of 337%. That's actually better than most. Actually. Cool. Except that I want the multiplier campaign to be prioritized over the food camp. Alright, and that leaves me with a few things, a few odds and ends. I'm gonna keep this thing around, just loose, in case I need it for a quest. You're actually fairly low level. A neutral supporter is cool and all, but you got some good gear, but you're probably gonna end up left behind. Yeah, you're probably left behind here by the others. It's okay though. It's okay though. Almost ready. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I wanted to do. I don't think so. I think we're good. Yeah, I think that'll do. Having a level 61 mage in here, it's just like, that's a level 61, you know? That guy's really tough. And he's just sitting in here. This is level 54. Like, I have some good, useful units in this. Just sitting around. Blacksmith probably bugs me the most. I mean, this thing can't do much, but man, come on. That's a useful blacksmith, you know. I have half a mind to steal everybody's XP leeching swords to help these guys level faster. There's no way to really fast track your level ups. Your level ups are always going to be slow. Just looking through stuff here. I don't understand why these aren't things that are available for, like, challenge points or something, or pet stones or some alternate way of getting them. Particularly the campaign cancel. Particularly the campaign cancel. Yeah, anyway. Even if you bought this, I mean, what, 60 million pet XP? What's that gonna do? That does not go very far. That would not go very far at all. Oh, I'm under 1,000. Oh noes, I'm running out, guys. And how's our little dino buddy doing? You have a long way to go, kid. It's alright, though. I think he's actually going to grow relatively fast. I mean, the food campaigns are still giving him less than the growth campaigns would. But the thing about the growth campaigns is you can only bring your pets up to, right now, 210,000, and then you have to move on to the next one, and it doesn't take eternity to do. This guy's gaining all this without even being in these. I think he is actually going to grow relatively quickly. It'll take a while, but he'll get there, and he'll be the biggest pet, and then he'll want to be an assassin, and I'll be like, ha ha ha, silly kid, you're going to keep growing in food campaigns for all eternity. Why would I want an assassin when I could have a pet that has 1 billion in its growth? Huh? Huh? The biggest pet ever! So, you know. Anyway. Yeah, I think I'm going to start shutting down these titanium bar productions. I still have less titanium bars than the other ones, but I think I'm actually just going to switch everybody over to nothing. Particularly since I'm starting to use nothing again, as well as trading it. I need you guys to level. I need you guys to power level, and I'm going to see what you... Oh, what was this? If evolved to a mage, its attacks will do 1 extra hit for every 450 wind element, capped at 7 hits at 3,150. Oh, really? Hits, not actions. Hits for wind element. Right now this hits 6 times. I'm missing a piece of equipment right now. I would assume that it would only be worth about 2 hits, though, even if I did. So... even with all wind gear, I don't imagine that I'm going to be able to get more than a couple of hits. It'll take a long time to get more of them. Of course, when I can upgrade the tier of equipment. There's other factors, of course. But it'll be a lot of leveling. I don't know. Could bring it up to 6 hits. By the time I reach Fafnir's level, 6 hits, and then you add in a few more. But Fafnir gets to use fire equipment, which boosts his attack power. You're stuck with wind equipment that doesn't really boost your attack power. I definitely don't want neutral gems. I definitely need attack gems, fire gems in your gear. Even with 7 extra hits, I'm not convinced that this is going to be a good mage. I am unconvinced. I mean, it'll be a good mage. It'll be better than the wizard. It'll be better than this fella over here. Might even take his place. But I'm not convinced that it's going to be as good as a fire mage like Fafnir and the mountain. The volcano. And I'm definitely not convinced that it's on the same level as my Undyne that deals 8% almost every single turn to all enemies. Which, yeah, you can say that doesn't apply to bosses, but so what? In the Infinity Tower, there are no bosses, and that's kind of what we're prepping this stuff to do. I'm uncertain how good these are. I'm not really certain how good these 3 elements are really going to be in the scheme of things. The Hourglass seems like it's better than any of these 3. But maybe I'm underestimating them. Maybe I'm just underestimating them. I don't know. I am unconvinced. But I'll power them up anyway. I'll power them up anyway. What happens if you give 3 people leeching swords and they're on the same team? It says it's supposed to take 100% of the XP when you equip it, but what if you did it on 3? I have no idea what would happen. That's why I'm asking. Oh,